Shabbat Shalom, happy Sabbath, brothers and sisters. We are getting ready to have a discussion with the Torah reading. Today's Torah reading comes from the story of Vayetze. It's entitled Vayetze. That's a Hebrew that says, and he left, and he went out. So it's talking about Jacob when he left his father's home and he went to Haran to go and stay with his uncle Laban and to find a wife there. It's interesting to note that Haran is in Syria. It's just at the border of Syria and Turkey. That's very significant. It's very significant in the spirit realm, really, because it plays out later through the generations. We see the children of Esau migrating to that region. And we see them migrating to Rome. We see them migrating to just that strip. And it plays a very significant role. What is it? You know how they say spirit knows spirit? Two birds, they say birds of the same feather flock together. And the Bible says, can two walk together unless they be agreed? So what is it about that region that made Esau's descendants attracted to and very comfortable to move over there? You do notice the personality of Esau and Laban are the same. They are crooks. Look at how Jacob worked so hard. A total of 20 years for Laban. 14 years for his daughters, which was only supposed to be 7 years, and 6 years for his flock. And in the time that he was there, God multiplied his wealth, and he blessed Laban because Jacob was there. Let's backtrack a little bit and discuss the portion of the Bible. I believe you'd find those in Genesis 28. You also find it in Genesis 32. When Laban left Vayetze, he went out. Sorry. Thank you, Tiffany. When Jacob left, it says he went out. What does it say when he wants to marry Rachel? It says, give me my wife so that I can go into her. He went out. He left, but marrying his wife, he says to get into her. What does the Bible say when it's calling people out of apostasy? It says, come out of her, my people, come out of her. So after laboring 20 years, backtracking now, on his way to Haran, he stopped at a place where he laid rest for the night. That's where he had the dream, and he saw a tall ladder going all the way to the heavens. And he named that place Bethel because it says that's the place where he met God. And some scholars say that's the place that King Solomon built his temple. Now, on that night that he was there, where he wrestled with the angel, where he wrestled with some Bible books say angel, some say God. We'll just say where he wrestled with God, because that's why he said Bethel. Beth means city, like Bethlehem city, Jerusalem, Bethlehem, Beth city, El Elohim, Elyon, El Shaddai. El means God. Now, God says to him at that place, that very night, he says, this place where you're laying at tonight, this place is going to be given to you. You will come back. You will return. You're not going to stay at your uncle's place. You will return to this place. It is for you, for an inheritance, and your descendants. I want you to pay very, very, very special attention to what follows. He says, you and your descendants are going to multiply and fill the four corners of the world, of the earth, and it says, and the inhabitants of the earth will be blessed through you and your descendants. Now, moving forward, Jacob is working for Laban, and it says God blessed Laban because of Jacob. Don't even think for a minute. The spirit realm, especially on the dark side, is not aware of the blessing that was pronounced on the descendants of Jacob. That is why you will find through history, it's recorded in the Bible, Cain being jealous of Abel's blessings. It's just, if you are a biological descendant of Abraham, if you're a biological descendant of Jacob, you will find that the blessings that God gives you trigger an emotion of jealousy from the inhabitants of the earth. That's why you see them start to exploit. You would think if they're so jealous of the blessings, they would really try to get rid of you. But you'll notice an antagonistic spirit. They fight you, but they're fighting to seize the blessings that come with you, because they know there's a blessing pronounced for you by just being a descendant of Jacob. They know they earn by your presence on their ground. I often wondered and asked at the back of my mind, I said, Lord, what is it? Why is it that if I go to a place and I'm treated poorly, when I leave, that place collapses? What is it? I did not understand. Now I do from today's Torah reading. It's because while you are there, you carry the blessing, because you are a landing strip for heaven to land on the earth and do their work. You are a welcome place. See how the Bible says God inhabits our praise. It means inhabits means he comes and dwells. He sits and dwells in the presence of praise. If you're a true biological descendant of Jacob, praise fills your mouth. Praise for the one and only true God, the God of Israel. You will know the biological descendants of Abraham by their affinity to Old Testament scripts. And I'm not saying those who preach from the New Testament are lost. No. But unbeknownst to them, without even trying hard, they deviate to preaching or teaching from the Old Testament. That's where the Torah is. Remember what the Bible says. God says he'll call all the children of Jacob from all the four corners of the world and bring them back to the worship of the Torah, to the knowledge of God. What does the Bible say? Sin is the transgression of the law. The law is the Torah. The New Testament poison that was tucked in by Paul. Don't let me get started with that Apostle Paul. He was not loyal to the Hebrews religion. He was not loyal to the Pharisees that he claimed he was. He was not loyal to the Christian church. He was loyal to the Roman Empire. More and more will be revealed only as the Spirit of God speaks to you. May the Spirit of God speak to you and open your eyes and give you an awakening. Because they thrive. There are so many children of God who are in captivity to the Roman pagan religion, which, by the way, did not start with Rome. The Romans adopted it from the Greeks and the Syrians. That's where it all started. The Syrians again. They play a big role in the modern Christian church today. They carry the spirit of Laban. Esau takes after his uncle Laban. They carry the spirit of Esau. You see the Chaldeans? They carry the spirit of Nimrod. Esau and Nimrod had the same spirit. Anywho, moving forward. The first ecclesiastical move in the Christ eschatology, that means the first step in preparing for the Messiah's return. Christ has been, he's already come, he died for us. And see that Jesus, the way the Romans taught us about Jesus is not the real Jesus, really. The one they put in the New Testament and the way they scripted him, he's not. He's not the Messiah the way the Messiah is. Let me tell you, there was no name Jesus in the there is no name Jesus in the Hebrew dictionary. There is not. His name that his parents gave him was Yeshua.